Hello students, let us study bases. See, there are three definitions of bases. Oxides and hydroxides of metals including ammonium hydroxide are called bases. Ammonium hydroxide will say in ammonium hydroxide we do not have metal, so we are saying including ammonium hydroxides. Now when you say oxides and hydroxides of metal, you all know activity series of metals. So all the metal oxides and hydroxides are called base. Here we will say, for example, here for first definition, examples of all these insoluble bases. Insoluble bases. We'll have ZnO, zinc oxide, magnesium oxide, copper oxide, and all metal hydroxides. Lead hydroxide, ferrous hydroxide. So all these are the examples of all metal oxides and hydroxides. These are all known as bases, and even ammonium hydroxide. Now let us take the second definition. An alkali is a compound which when dissolved in water yields hydroxyl ions, or you can say hydroxide ions, as the only negatively charged ions. So when any compound, if it is dissolved in water and if it yields OH minus ion as the only negatively charged ion, then they are known as alkalis. See, here we will take this NaOH for second definition. NaOH in aqueous state will have Na plus and OH minus ions. So this is an alkali where it is having OH minus ions. See, alkalis are soluble base, right? So we'll say here alkalis are soluble base. Now we'll say all alkalis are bases, but all bases are not alkalis. Right? Now here let us take the examples of soluble bases. KOH, NaOH, NH4OH, all these are soluble bases. We'll call them as an alkali. Some are weak alkali, some are strong alkalis. Now there is third definition also, and third definition is a base is a compound which combines with the hydronium ions of an acid to form salt and water. And for that, let us take here, this is base. When reacts with acid, okay, it will give you salt and water. So what is the definition? Third definition, a base is a compound which combines with the hydronium ion, okay, of an acid, and it will form salt and water. So there are three definition of bases. Now again, like acid, there are several classification. So classification of bases on the basis of strength of bases, on the basis of acidity of bases, and on the basis of concentration of bases. So we will study three types of classification. So on the basis of strength of bases, we'll see that it depends on the concentration of hydroxyl ions present in the aqueous solution of the alkali. Now strong alkali, it will always dissociate. Strong alkali dissociates almost completely in aqueous solution. Almost completely in aqueous solution. Complete dissociation takes place, and here the concentration of this hydroxyl is very high. So high concentration of hydroxyl ions, that is OH minus ions, in large number you will have. Again, degree of dissociation will be above 30%, we'll say. and it will contains almost only ions. And here the examples for this strong alkalis are NaOH, KOH, lithium hydroxide, all these are the barium hydroxide, all these are the examples of strong alkali where you have high concentration of hydroxyl ions. Now what are weak alkalis? In weak alkalis we will see that the dissociation means weak alkali dissociates only partially. Partial dissociation is taking place, and that is why we will see very low concentration of ions. So partial dissociation in aqueous solution, and it has low concentration of hydroxyl ions. OH minus ions are less and molecules are more. So what type of particles are present in this, that is very important question. So contains, we will say, molecules and ions. We will have both. Why? Because it's not completely dissociating, partial, so we will have large number of molecules and less ions will be there. And examples for this are ammonium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide. These are the examples of weak alkali. Right. Now next classification is on the basis of acidity of bases. Now what is acidity of base? Again, it is the number of hydroxyl ions which can be produced per molecule of the base in aqueous solution, or you can say number of replaceable OH minus ions from a molecule of the base. So that is how we will classify on the basis of the number of OH minus ions which are given by one molecule of the base. So here monoacidic base dissociates in aqueous solution to produce one OH. So it dissociates in aqueous solution only, or in molten state you can say, to produce one OH minus ion per molecule of the base, right? So it dissociates per molecule of the base only one OH minus ions. And for example, you'll say NaOH gives Na plus and OH minus. So only one OH minus per molecule. And here we have examples: NaOH, we have KOH, NH4OH. In all this you will see only one OH is replaceable. Now let us understand diacidic base. Now in this diacidic base, all of you, here two OH are dissociated. So it dissociates in aqueous solution to produce two OH minus ions per molecule of the base. Here, for example, calcium hydroxide, you can say magnesium hydroxide. So calcium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, cupric hydroxide. So here you are getting two OH minus ions, and examples are, here we can have cupric hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, zinc hydroxide. All these are having two OH minus ions per molecule. If they are dissolved in water, they will dissociate into. Now next is triacidic base. Now triacidic base dissociates dissociates in aqueous solution to produce 3 OH minus ions per molecule of an acid. Per molecule of the base. And here we have aluminium hydroxide as an example. Suppose here aluminium hydroxide will give Al3 plus and 3 OH minus ions are there. And here we have examples: ferric hydroxide, aluminium hydroxide are the examples of this, right? So why here we are calling it as acidity of base, monoacidic base? So again it is same thing here. We will say that NaOH, suppose when reacts with HCl. So here what is happening here? Why are we calling it as monoacidic base, or you can say acidity of base? Here only one OH is replaced by this acid. Negative radical of an acid is replacing one OH. So mono will say acidic. So one OH, and who is replacing acid, and it is actually base. So we are calling it as monoacidic base, right? So these are monoacidic base, diacidic base and triacidic base. Now we will also study the on the basis of concentration of bases, how to classify on the basis of concentration of bases. Now again, concentrated acid contain little or no water, and dilute alkali we will have, dilute, concentrated alkali and dilute alkali. Dilute alkali contain more water than the alkali. And next is, here we have high percentage of alkali, means alkali is more and water is less in its aqueous solution. And here we have low percentage of alkali in its aqueous solution. So this is the difference between concentrated alkali and dilute alkali. Thank you, students.